We do a lot of work on applied nanotechnology in food architecture, so we try and redesign foods at the nanoscale to make them sort of taste better, to look better, to feel better, but also to be healthier for you and more sustainable. So by changing food structure, we change the way they behave inside your body so that we can change their digestibility, or we can change the amount of nutrients that get absorbed by your body. So ultimately to try and make foods healthier for you and better for the environment. I think there's lots of really exciting areas to work on in the food area that we haven't worked on in the past, and we want to use these funds to try and do work like in food sustainability and plant-based foods and some other areas. So we'd hope to use the funds for supporting students or buying new research equipment.
My research has to do with multisensory flavor perception, which combines psychology and sensory science. So usually when we think about food, we think about how the food is made, what are the chemical compositions in the food. But what I look at is what are the cognitive and psychological factors behind how we make our food choices, how does the food taste, and what drives our food preference. So I take a very cross-disciplinary approach. I combine methodologies from food science, sensory science, psychology, and also technology and computer science to study a holistic view of what makes us eat what we eat. The reason why we do the research that we do is so that we can basically build a healthier future, and healthier both in terms of for people's personal health and also more sustainable for the environment. So of course a lot of research already is looking at how can we make foods that are healthier or more sustainable, but there's also another part to the question, which is we have to make sure that people will want to eat the food. So there's a big piece here about educating the consumer. So then the research that I do has to do with how can we influence people's food choice, and how can we influence their flavor perception so that the healthy choice is also the tasty choice. I'm very happy to have received the prize, and I'm planning to use the prize money to do wine research, because wine is something I'm very passionate about, and I've spent many years being a wine educator, doing competitive wine tasting, and basically studying wine. So I'm planning to start my Master of Wine Studies this year, which is a 3-year program that is the highest level of wine qualification in the wine profession. And I'm planning to do research investigating how people perceive wine quality, looking at both chemical factors and also sensometric and biometric factors.